Okay, guys, this is the 2001 Honda Rebel. This will probably be a long video, so let's get to it. This was built from the ground up, bolt by bolt. I originally bought an 85 Honda Rebel off of an African dude. It was untitled. It was in real bad shape. It didn't have a gas tank, didn't have a rear fender. It was just a total mess. I brought it home. I bought it without even starting it. I brought it home. I found out that the number 2 cylinder, the right hand side piston, was basically, the skirt was smashed, and the inside of the right hand piston jug was just totally scored. It must have ran with oil. Couldn't start. So I tore the engine apart. That's when I found out the piston was destroyed. So I had to buy, it wasn't a new crankshaft, but it was a crankshaft from an 87 in very good shape. So it's basically a used crankshaft with new pistons and new piston rings. I bought it on eBay. I also bought the 87 cylinder jug off the same guy that was honed out. He honed it to fit the pistons that came with the crankshaft. I put that on the 85 lower cases. The engine was completely, it was split in half. I took it apart. The engine was put together properly. The cylinder head is from a 2003 Nighthawk 250. I have the 85 Honda Rebel head, which has been repaired. The 85 Honda Rebel head had 2 broken exhaust flanges, both on the left side. The one is helicoiled, and the other one has been drilled out and the stud put back in. So you also have, it's a ball cut, which there's pictures of it on Cycle Trader. It's a 80. That's the 85 head, ready to go. This was the original seat. I lengthened it, I reupholstered it, modified it. This is a double-tiered steel rear fender. I made the rear fender. These are aftermarket bullet lights. Has an LED right-hand side license plate holder. This is an aftermarket tank I got on Amazon. It has been sealed with red coat tank sealer. It's 3.4 gallons. Drag bars, Avon grips. These are the original 85 controls. They've been resurrected. The speedometer has been moved up because with drag bars, these will hit the tank. So the speedometer and the drag bars, these these handlebar stems have basically been turned around, and that's been moved up. Has a halogen headlight. Bullet turn signals in the front, skeleton mirrors. The front brake rotor's new. The rear brake shoes are new. The rear brake rotor has also been ball cut. New front brakes. The wheels are from the 85. The tires they will have to be replaced. They only got 1/32 of an inch. These are the 85 tires. These are solid struts, but I have the shocks. In order for you to put the shocks on, you have to put shock risers on. Otherwise, when you sit on it, naturally, the fender, because there's only like a ½ inch of clearance in here now, so if you put the shocks on, naturally, the fender is going to hit the wheel. So to put the shocks on, you probably got to put risers, maybe 2 sets of risers. I haven't tried it yet. But I think with 1 or maybe 2 sets of risers, which you can get on eBay, it should work. If it doesn't, it's really not that hard of a ride with these on. I've already rode it and hit some bumps, and it's not that bad. Has high output coils. This is, I think this is a Chopper's Works battery box. It's a steel battery box. Has a new battery. This is the old kind battery that takes acid. That's what's recommended with the charging system on these. I made the drag pipes. It has a Harley FX Wide Glide foot shifter. that I put on there. And now this is going to be a cold start, so it's probably going to warm up. Put the petcock valve on, choke on, prime it a little bit. LED brake light, that works. Now let me show you guys the turn signals so you know the turn signals work. Horn works. Okay, now we're going to run it through the gears. Okay, guys, let me adjust you a little bit. Hey, let's start her up. The one thing with these motorcycles, excuse me, I almost dropped the camera. These have to be warmed up before you go out with them. And as you can see by the smoke in here, they don't need an emissions inspection. I also forgot to add the carburetor has the ultimate jet kit on it, so it's gonna burn. It's going to burn, I mean, it doesn't burn oil, the engine's brand new basically, but it's going to have a strong smoke. Or not, I shouldn't say smoke, it's going to have a strong exhaust basically. But as you see, everything works on it. The front brake works, the rear brakes work. The tail light works, the license plate, turn signals, horn, everything. She's ready to go. In Pennsylvania, you're required to have red reflectors on the back, which it has. Well, actually, the reflector's got to be toward the back of the bike. So I mounted them here. Has the reflectors on the front. The front forks have also been rebuilt and engraved. As you see, the inside hasn't been painted. The rims, the outside of the rims are left chrome. Same thing in the back. Has a new chain on it. Helmet lock. There's also a lock on the neck. So you're going to have, there's only one key, and this key here, I believe, is for this. So there's 3 keys. I think this one key here, because this came with the frame. This came with the 2001 frame. I got the frame on eBay. And I think these are for the gas cap. So this is the key for the motorcycle to start it. This is for your helmet lock. And these are for the gas cap. That's how that works. And your helmet lock also, I'm not sure if the helmet lock will unlock that or your motorcycle key will lock the neck up. I think the motorcycle key will lock the neck up. Now, the reason why I'm getting rid of it is because of that. As you see, it's 109 inches long. It's 9 feet long. That's a big dog chopper. I have no room in here whatsoever. In order for me to put the big dog on the lift, I have to have the Honda out of here. Because this is literally going to take the whole garage up, as you see, guys. So that's why the Honda has to go. And plus, when you have something like this, man, there's no time to ride this. I don't even want to ride this anymore. You know, it's like after you ride that and you get on that, that's like a little scooter compared to the big dog. But, you know, it's a nice motorcycle. You know, it gets 70 miles to the gallon on a 3.5 gallon tank. You can go, I think it's 270 miles, or no, 230 miles. Comes down to about 23 cents a mile to cost to run the motorcycle. Has fresh oil in it. I put 2050 oil in it. And the clutch is also new too. It has a Barnett high performance clutch in it. And let me see what else is there. And I have the Arizona title. Has a clean title. Now if you run the VIN numbers, it comes up as a 2001 Honda Rebel 250 CMX. I have all the sales receipts from eBay. I'll give you all the sales receipts, and I'll also write out a sales receipt that I'm selling it to you, and this is being sold as is. I'm not giving any warranties on this. These motorcycles here, every once in a while you'll have to readjust the idle, as you've seen I did. I don't think you can see this, but the idle, hold on a minute, let me pause it, I'll show you guys. Alright, there, that's better. That's your idle, that little black knob there. Turn it clockwise, it raises the idle. That's a crankshaft breather. Yeah, everything's been ball cut and engraved. And that's the 85 head there, that's also ball cut. As you see, that's the rocker cover that comes with it. That's also ball cut and engraved. And I have, I think I have the dowels for this. They're up here somewhere, so they're somewhere in that mess. But I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'll let that go for $1,000 in cash. That's what I'll do. Because I need the room in here. And I'll actually be losing money because I have $1,200 into it. But, you know, I understand that it's a $250. And everybody wants power, so yeah, I'll sell that for $1,000 in cash right now. $1,000 in cash, you get the motorcycle, the 85 head, 85 rocker cover. There's the 2 shocks. And the Kender tire that has, I think that has 2/32 of an inch on it. And, yeah. And there might even be a couple more parts laying around here too. Because if I don't sell them, if I don't give you guys them, they're going to just lay around here. And they're going to just get thrown away or busted. Okay, and this speedometer, the speedometer reading is from the 85. I think it's 21,250. There's 15 miles actually on the rebuilt motorcycle. You might want to write that down and keep track of it. So, okay, guys. That's the Honda Rebel.